Hi everybody, my name is Abdullah Al Faisal. Today I'm talking about sustainable agriculture practices in Central Valley. We need to start with the introduction. Let's discuss the goal of the sustainable agriculture. The goal of sustainable agriculture is to meet society's food and textile needs in the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. Practitioners of sustainable agriculture seek to integrate three main objectives into their work: a healthy environment, economic profitability, and social and economic equity. Every person and everyone involved in the food system, growers, food processors, distributors, retailers, consumers, and waste managers, can play a role in ensuring a sustainable agriculture. There are many practices commonly used by people working in sustainable agriculture and sustainable food system. Growers may use methods to promote soil health, minimize water use, and lower pollution levels on the farms. What is sustainable agriculture? Sustainable agriculture integrates three main goals, as we said: environmental health, economic profitability, and social and economic equity. A variety of philosophies, policies, and practices have contributed to these goals. People in many different capacities, uh, from farmers to consumers, have shared their vision and contributed to it. Despite the diversity of people and perspective, the following themes commonly wave through definition of sustainable agriculture. San Joaquin Sustainable Farming Project. As the acres of row crops in California Central Valley began to shift to acres of three crops: almonds, walnuts, and pistachios, California also became the largest dairy producing state. These changing crop patterns and shifts to offshore business and cheap imports led cotton acres in California to decline dramatically. Cotton growers in the Sustainable Cotton Project were among those who increased their acres of alfalfa to feed to feed those high producing dairy cows, and many for the first time planted almonds to increase their profitability. With these shifts in crops came and increased demand for technical assistance from growers who had grown row crops for generations. SCP saw the opportunity to expand the grower outreach work to almonds and alfalfa, alfalfa and secured funding to help growers of all three of these important crops implement management practices that protect local watersheds, improve air quality, and support rural communities. Our son, Hoki, our son, excuse me, our son, Joaquin Sustainable Farming Project works with alfalfa, almonds, and cotton growers in Merced, Madera, and Fresno counties to promote these sustainable farming practices. The SCP San Joaquin Sustainable Farming Project supports local growers and has the following benefits: valuable land stays in farming, providing open space, habits, and refuge for beneficial insects. Local food and fiber production maintains jobs and supplies needed income for local economies. Water and air quality improve locally and regionally. Alfalfa production helps reduce erosion, increases water penetration, and improves soil quality. Strip cutting or alfalfa interplant, interplanting encourages biological control of insects, pests such as lichens in cotton and reduces need to spray harmful chemicals. Annual and perennial perennial crops add and retain carbon in the soil. Planting annual habits strips along field margin create food and nectar sources for beneficial insects and habits for wildlife. Opportunity to participate in cleaner cotton program and sell local cotton to the textile and apparel markets pursuing sustainable fashion. What are BMPs and why should farms adopt them? BMPs are activities or practices that, when used alone or in combination prevent or reduce the release of pollutants to the water and air of the region. Their primary function is to reduce pollutant loads and charges that can make their way to our watersheds or cause air quality impact. For each of the three crops in the project, PMPs are suggested which can help reduce the impacts on water and air quality, demonstrate good stewardship, and in some cases improve profitably. The first element, this one of the three crops, it remove and destroy mummy nuts in fall or winter to control navel orange worm. Consider using a pet spray at bloom to preserve natural enemies. Avoid broad spectrum crop protection materials. Reduce orchard dust and minimize water stress. Make use of early harvest. Monitor at least weekly and utilize UCIPM treatment threshold and UCIPM year-round plants. The second crop is cotton. Plant annual hedges of corn, sunflowers, black-eyed peas, sorghum, or other annuals to serve as trap crops, provide food source for beneficial insects, and reduce dust. Strip cut adjacent alfalfa, avoid over fertilization that can increase myths in late season, release predatory myths, lacewings, lady beetles to help control pest outbreaks. Avoid use of early season broad spectrum crop protection materials. Monitor at least weekly and utilize UCIPM treatment thresholds and UCIPM year-round plants. The third and last crop is alfalfa. Choose resistance varieties. Begin scouting for cowpea feed in February. Use border or strip cutting to help maintain natural enemies. Use border to or strip cutting to help maintain natural enemies. Plant in blocks with other crops as buffers. Avoid broad spectrum sprays to perceive natural enemies. monitor at least weekly, and utilize UCIPM treatment threshold and UCIPM year-round plan. Soil management. Reduced tillage practices have been shown to significantly increase water availability and reduce soil erosion in arid environments. The adoption of reduced tillage or conversion tillage practices has been problematic in California due to the accumulation of crop residues on the soil, which impedes water movement, and the most common irrigation practice of furrow run water. The residues act to dam the water in the furrow, resulting in increased infiltration, and requires additional water to be added to the field to compensate. However, the mulch effect of crop residues decreases evapotranspiration from soil, resulting in a small potential water saving. The significance and the reduction of the transportation losses from the residue. Mulch effect compared to increased water inputs from emptied water flow has not been adequately studied to determine the potential benefits of reduced tillage and furrow regulated system in California. In overhead or drip irrigated systems, residues do not necessitate the application of additional water, and in fact may require less applied water to meet crop needs. Water savings. Until now, supportive water policies have allowed farmers access to plentiful water, but increasing urban and environmental demands are putting greater pressure on limited supplies. In addition, other policies have essentially ignored agriculture's potential to address climate change through soil carbon sequestration and reduction of nitrous oxide emission from more efficient fertilizer and water use practices. The confluence of these two shifts in farming consideration provides a perfect economic and environmental opportunity for farmers to adopt more efficient water management practices. In addition, building soil organic matter through carbon sequestration enhances soil quality and has a long-term positive effect on crop production. Application of water saving. The implementation of reduced tillage, winter cover crops, and more efficient irrigation practices would address sustainability issues related to water resources, climate change, and the economic viability of farm operations. The reduction in the tillage can best be managed with subsurface drip and overhead sprinkler irrigation. Subsurface drop irrigation can also address nitrous oxide emission through efficient fertigation compared to the standard approach of one-time application of fertilizer. Benefits of cover crops. Most gardeners know about the benefits of adding organic matter to the soil. Many of us build the soil with annual application of compost, manure, leaves, and grass clippings. However, in some areas, these forms of organic matters may be difficult to find or transport, making cover crops an especially good way to add organic matter. Plus, cover crops allow you to avoid important soil uh, amendments by growing your own organic matter. You eliminate the fossil fuel needed to transport imported amendments, helping to make your yard a closed loop of energy inputs. And here to the right, you can see the, the drawing or the diagram for the cover crops benefits. The spread of industrial capitalist agriculture. Agriculture is the most economically important activities in the 18th countries that comprise California Central Valley, generating 18 billion in annual sales, occupying more than 7 million acres of irrigated land, and accounting for 20% to 40% of employment in the Central Valley. The claim that California agriculture is capitalist through and through is reflected most notably in the Central Valley, although exception can be found. Central Valley agriculture has been most industrial, commercial, and capitalist on small and large farms alike for at least 100 years. By 1920s, the Central Valley was the largest stretches of irrigated farmland in the world. The combination of government's subsidies, infrastructures, investments, and technological advances in the biology, geology, hydrology, chemistry, and mechanics of agriculture shaped this landscape and defined the social cost and benefits throughout the 20th centuries. And you can look at the diagram in the next slide. In conclusion, when it comes to following sustainable agricultural practices, California almond growers and handlers together have been progressive and are continuously challenging themselves to do more. The California Almond Sustainability Program was established in 2009 in part to better understand the ongoing sustainability practices of growers related to water, air quality, energy, and land, and to provide counting education on these topics. Furthermore, recently published life cycle assessment research demonstrates that almond trees accumulate and store significant amounts of carbon during their 25 years life cycle, and that with expansion of certain practices, the almond industry could become carbon neutral or even carbon negative. Thank you for listening to my presentation, and if you have any question, please you can ask in the comment below, and feel free to navigate the references. Thank you.